The ultimate miracle, Ben Askren's shocking return to action against Belal Muhammad. Look, we throw the word miracle around far too often in sports, but what Ben Askren is doing right now defies everything we know about medicine and human willpower. The man is signing on the dotted line to step into the RAF cage against a top-tier competitor like Belal Muhammad on July 18. It is absolutely mind-boggling, folks, and it completely resets expectations for what Funky has left in the tank.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna wrestle. What do you think about that?
I can't believe this.
But it was July 18th, and it was my birthday. I thought something spoke to me and said, I need to wrestle on that. Doing my very best every single day to train and to get in shape, and it's feeling really good, and wrestling with the guys. I mean, not super hard yet, but I'm, doing things. And so I told them yesterday, like, hey, I want to wrestle. May 28th was when I went into the hospital. June 28th was when I got the transplant, and then to my recollection, July 2nd is when I kind of like came to again.
We're talking essentially a year ago. This is absurd. There had to have been a time where you thought you would never compete in anything, let alone do anything active again, right?
I still question it. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't do anything. I told my doctor, I said, hey man, I want to go back to my life. I want to go back to doing what I love.
From the brink of death to the cage, the visuals of Askren's unbelievable journey. I want you to really lock in and look at where this man was exactly 365 days ago. He wasn't thinking about double legs or fight camps. He was fighting for his next breath in a hospital bed after a life-saving double lung transplant. To see the physical transformation and the sheer mental fortitude required to go from a hospital gown back to active mixed martial arts competition is nothing short of inspirational. This is the definition of an unreal comeback, period.
I still got so many physical challenges to deal with. This 5-pound weight, this is actually hard for me to curl, right? And I am where I am right now, but I'm gonna be somewhere different in a month, right? I'm gonna work my ass off, I'm gonna get better. There's barely anyone in the world that's in low physical condition with me right now.
Gaethje unloads on Topuria. He's an annoying little gimmick. Justin Gaethje is never one to mince words, but my goodness, he absolutely laid into Ilia Topuria here. We are talking about pure, unadulterated disdain. Gaethje isn't just questioning Topuria's fighting style, he's attacking his whole persona, calling him an insufferable gimmick who thinks he's above the sport. This is the kind of raw animosity that turns a standard matchup into an absolute must-watch blood feud. He stated, he's a gimmick, he thinks he's a god, annoying little bastard. I couldn't imagine being with him for 30 minutes listening to him talk about himself. I can say this, I would leave him too. No way I would put up with his shit. Like father, like son, the Gaethje camp dismisses the Topuria threat. You've got to love the confidence coming out of the Gaethje camp, especially from Justin's biggest supporter, his dad. He's looking at Ilia Topuria and seeing a movie he's already watched 3 times before, treating him like just another shorter, explosive guy tailored perfectly for Justin to dismantle. They believe this is exactly what Justin has spent his entire life training for, and frankly, the history books back up that confidence.
He didn't come up here to a place to where it's just a bunch of people. He came up here to a family, and that's what Onyx is. That whole group that's there, it's just one big old family, and it just keeps growing and growing, getting bigger and bigger and funner. This is the biggest fight of his life, but I mean, we've said that 3 or 4 other times. So he's fighting another little short guy, and he's done really well against Chandler and Fazeev and a few of the others, and I just see the same thing happening for this fight. I mean, this is what we trained for. This is what he's put his whole life into since he was 4 years old, and I'm excited and ready for it to happen.
Yep.
The Secret Millions, How Blast from the Past DVDs Saved the UFC. This is a fascinating look behind the curtain of the early Zuffa days. Dana White is pulling back the layers on how a couple of knockout compilations on DVD literally kept the lights on and injected millions into a bleeding company. But in classic Dana fashion, there's massive regret there. He feels they left absolute fortunes on the table because they were just kids figuring out production on the fly.
So when the DVD business blew up, we started doing ultimate knockouts, ultimate submissions. And, those things sold like crazy back then. The DVD business, at the time that DVDs exploded, that's really when we started making some real money.
This is before Spike, though.
It was around the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was around the same time. I think we could have capitalized on the DVD business better than we did. But like I said, we were young and new to the whole production world. If I could go back now, with what I know now, I would have fucking murdered the DVD. We did really well, but I would have murdered the DVD era. I would have really killed it. I would have created more compilations. I would have taken that part of the business way more serious than I did. And I did take it pretty serious then, because when those checks started rolling in from DVDs, it was like, holy shit.
These are millions of dollars. Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
From Border Bust to the Big House, D-Rod's wild pre-UFC reality check. Daniel Rodriguez sat down with Joe Rogan and dropped an absolute bombshell of a story from his past. We're talking about a movie script scenario, getting popped at the Mexican border with contraband and watching his freedom vanish for 8 straight months. It's a stark, gritty reminder of the incredibly turbulent paths some of these fighters take before they ever find salvation inside the cage.
Then somehow or another, you wind up getting arrested in Mexico.
Yeah, man. Right after the Kevin Holland fight, actually, I was celebrating. I was over in San Diego, had some drinks, and decided, you know what? Let's go to TJ.
Always a phrase that is regretted.
Well, we're not even
when
that
you're in
far.
San Diego and you're drinking, you can walk there. Shit.
Yeah, literally. So, decided to go to TJ for the night. Go celebrate my win. I was obviously in celebration mode, and I had an ounce of weed in the car. And I've been across the border 100 times, bro. Never had no issues. Never had no problems. Never got stopped, pulled over. That's the last thing I would even think. Is that
I thought weed was legal in Mexico.
I thought so too. Like here,
I thought everything's decriminalized down there.
Apparently not, man. The laws are like crazy strict over there, and I've been in situations before where I could like just offer some money and get out the situation, like $500 at the most, they'll just let me on my way. But got pulled over at the border, and the border inspection found the weed in my backpack, and I was thinking I was gonna be in that situation where I could bribe my way out of it, because it's Mexico. I've been there before, and I've been in these situations. And man, I thought, they took me to jail that night, and I was thinking, all right, I'm just gonna be here for the weekend. I'll get out Monday, go to court. And they're like, no, we'll see you in a month. I'm like, a month? Like, why? It's just weed, you know what I mean? And 8 months later.
Holy shit.
Strickland sparks outrage online with controversial AI-generated video. Sean Strickland is back doing exactly what Sean Strickland does, and this time he's taking it to a whole new digital extreme. The champ posted a highly provocative AI-generated video that has the entire MMA community talking, coupled with his usual unfiltered cultural commentary. Love him or hate him, the man knows exactly how to push the buttons of the mainstream and keep himself dead center in the conversation.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of UFC.
Joshua's direct order, the inside story of the mission to end Jake Paul's boxing crusade. Now, this is absolutely fascinating. Heavyweight royalty Anthony Joshua is hinting at some very serious behind-the-scenes marching orders regarding the problem child, Jake Paul. Joshua is claiming he was essentially commissioned by the boxing establishment to put a definitive stop to the influencer boxing phenomenon. And judging by his confidence, he feels the hit order was executed to absolute perfection.
I always say, no matter if they move around and they run around, I'm that good, I should be able to knock him out in a round, right? However, I knew that if I throw a barrage of punches and I go in there and the referee waves the fight off after 30 seconds or 2 to 3 rounds, I don't think it would have been satisfying. There was a strict message that was given and a task that was laid upon me, and that was to get rid of Jake Paul and remove him from our beloved sport, which is boxing. Whether that took me 1 round, whether that took me 6 rounds, I believe the job was well and truly done. I definitely delivered.
Potent takes Hollywood. Alex Pereira unleashes the Butcher in new A24 thriller. My goodness, look at this. The scariest man in combat sports is officially taking his terrifying aura to the silver screen. A24 just dropped the first look at Alex Pereira in Onslaught, and let's be honest, casting him as a cold-blooded villain named the Butcher is absolute genius. He doesn't even need to speak English. That stone-cold stare alone is going to give moviegoers nightmares around the globe. The scent of a champion, Pereira lends his iconic aura to UFC's new fragrance line. You cannot make this stuff up, folks. 1 minute he's playing a terrifying movie villain, and the next, Alex Pereira is the sophisticated face of the UFC's brand new fragrance collection. I've got to know, does it smell like championship gold, or does it just smell like left hooks and pure intimidation? Either way, Poetin's marketability right now is at an all-time high. High-stakes pettiness, the $5,000 standoff between Jones and Cormier. I love this so much. Even when they're arguing about money, the dynamic between Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier is pure gold. We're talking about a $5,000 wager where Jon is flexing his instant cash, and DC, ever the professional, is demanding a signed check just so he can have that receipts-on-paper satisfaction. The pettiness is unmatched, and it shows that the competitive fire between these two legends will never truly die.
Hey, you don't have to worry about it, but you gotta pay now, because there's no cheating. John, you got your checkbook? John, you got your checkbook?
I got cash.
You got, I don't know, that might be cash you brought here.
I got cash.
That might be cash you got here. I want a check.
I got
and
cash.
I want you to sign Jon Jones.
Hey, check this out.
Hey.
Listen, I don't know what y'all made to be out here, but I made $1 million.
Yeah, I know. Hey, John. Hey,
I made $1 million being here.
Yeah.
So,
John, hey.
So I'll give y'all 5.
Hey, give my money.
Hey, matter of fact, I'll pay for your per diem.
Hey, listen, John. Hey, John.
I don't give you a per diem.
Give me my money. Hey, give me my money. Hey, they can. Hey, tell Alpha Reality. Hey, stop. Tell Alpha Reality. Hey, listen. Let me say this, John.
I made 4 times more.
No, you didn't. No, you did not. But John, listen. Hey, John, listen. John. Hey, John. Tell Alpha Reality he can have all of his money back. I just want your 5,000. Your 5,000 is enough for me. Hey, John, I'm gonna give Alpha Reality back his $800,000, and I'm gonna just take your 5. I'll just take your 5. L Global. Hey,
I can pay all your.
You can have all your money back. Now I got John's money. I want Jon Jones's money, and if he doesn't give the $5,000, then it just further shows who he is. $5 grand. Pay the bet. I would have paid him.
DC fires a playful jab. Jon Jones is an elite fighter, but a terrible athlete. The rivalry that simply refuses to sleep. Daniel Cormier is giving us a hilarious insight into the athletic makeup of his greatest nemesis, Jon Jones. DC is drawing a massive line in the sand here, acknowledging that Jon is one of the greatest martial artists to ever walk the earth, but claiming the man can't catch a football or play any other sport to save his life. It's a brilliant, cheeky perspective from someone who actually knows what it's like to compete against him.
Jon Jones is bad at sports. I'm sorry. He's a good fighter, an amazing fighter, but I don't know that he can play anything else. We were doing free kicks. Marif was the goalie, and I put a couple in the top corner. And he asked me, he goes, "Did you play?" I said, "Never." And he's like, "Well, that was pretty impressive." I go, "Because I'm an athlete. You kick the ball, you shoot the basketball, you catch the football. You should be able to do that when you're an athlete." But
inside the mind of Chimaev, Sarukian claims the boogeyman predicted his own fall. This is an incredible piece of backstage intel from Arman Sarukian, and it sheds light on the psychological cracks of one of the sport's most feared boogeymen. Arman is alleging that Khamzat Chimaev knew the brutal weight cut was going to sap his soul, to the point where Chimaev openly admitted that a successful scale cut might actually cost him the victory. It completely reshapes how we view that entire chaotic timeline.
He started wrestling, and off the first round, he got tired. and it's mostly because of weight cut, because he could wrestle like 25 minutes non-stop, and he could spar 25 minutes, but like something, his body, after when he started cutting weight that night, he felt so bad, and in the morning he has no energy. We thought it's gonna be easy, but in the morning, like 4 pounds left. His body didn't sweat, you know, and like yeah. So, and we just pushed him to cut weight and make weight. It was so hard. And then he said even to me, like, if I'm gonna make this weight, I might lose. I said, bro, no, you're gonna recover and you're gonna be good. So
wow, he did not look good on the scale, right? I mean, it looked like he had a really bad weight cut. Were you ever worried that he was not gonna make the weight?
No, I wasn't worried. At one point when he said, yeah, I cannot cut weight, one point I thought, no way. And we started like a push him, and he could make the weight. And I said, like, if you feel like next day you're not there, just like I said, like, after weigh-ins, next day you're gonna feel good. So if you're not gonna feel good, let me know. But he didn't say anything.
How far away was he from making weight when he was saying that? Like, how many more pounds did he need to lose?
Maybe 1 pound.
Okay.
Maybe less, 0.8.
I heard some interviews. TJ Dillashaw was saying that he was throwing up and stuff like that. Is that true? Bile?
During the night, yeah.
He was throwing up.
Yeah, but I wasn't there. It was like when he went to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
His nutritionist has now responded to people. It became a whole thing.
It's not his body. I think personally his body cannot take the heats like from the sauna, you know.
And it affects him, and that's why he throws up.
Yeah, probably, most likely.
Do you think he should forget about 185?
No, he can still make the weight. Just need to adjust a couple things to come lighter the last day. Instead of like 15 pounds, he gotta be 10 pounds.
Oh. Career on the line? Sarukian's grim ultimatum for Belal Muhammad. Arman Sarukian is raising the stakes to an absolute fever pitch here. He's looking at this upcoming Askren versus Belal matchup and calling it a catastrophic lose-lose trap for Muhammad. According to Arman, if Belal drops the ball against a man who literally just recovered from a life-altering surgery, the brass at the UFC and RAF aren't going to show any mercy. They're handing him his walking papers immediately. Talk about immense pressure.
Arman, this is a lose-lose for Belal. If he beats Belal, Belal just lost to a guy who almost died. If Belal beats him,
RAF's gonna cut Belal right away.
If he beats Belal, if he beats Askren, everyone's gonna be like, you beat someone who almost died.
Yeah, but like Askren maybe he has a good experience. He had the big fights, and he was good. He was in Olympic trial team or something like that.
He was on the team 2008 with DC.
Oh, yeah, he was on Olympians.
Yeah,
it was Olympians. Yeah, but like after what he got, it's hard, to come back and compete with the high level guys like Belal.
I can't believe it. A year ago, he's in the hospital in like essentially a coma.
The lost super fight, GSP lays out the real reasons the Silva clash vanished. For years, we wondered why the greatest super fight in MMA history never came to fruition. Now, the legend himself, Georges St. Pierre, is breaking down the exact blueprint of why negotiations fell apart. It wasn't about fear, it was about strict business, a fair 180-pound catchweight, and a demand for stringent drug testing. It's a masterclass in knowing your worth, even if it costs the fans the ultimate dream match.
What happened is that at that time, when I was in my prime and Anderson Silva was in their prime, I can only speak from my side because I don't know what was happening on Anderson Silva's side. I was only asked once by Dana and Lorenzo Fertitta, and I had the request because I was like, okay, you want me to get out of my way to go up in a weight class? I need to be compensated because, you know, it's different. Now if I have full of challenge now in my weight class, you know. So if I'm fighting someone bigger, I need to, you know, change my training, try to get bigger, maybe. So my request was like, if I fight Anderson Silva, I wanted to be put in the contract. I wanted to be compensated better. One. I wanted to be done in a catch weight because Anderson fought in Pride at 170.
Yeah,
and I knew he could go down. I don't know if he could have gone down at that moment of his career because he got. It seems like he got heavier as time goes by. I don't know. Maybe it's only an impression, but so he was in a catch weight. So I could after that go back because I saw and the third one was I wanted to have drug testing implement, and they never got back to me. They never. That was my intention. They say, you want that? If you make that happen, I'm in.
Yeah,
no problem. You know, I'm in. If you make, let's say, like a 180 catch weight, I'm in.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
too good for the octagon? Mighty Mouse drops bombshell rumor on Dagestani fighters. Hold on to your hats for this one, because Mighty Mouse is dropping some absolutely wild whispers from the MMA grapevine. Demetrius Johnson is claiming there's a rumor floating around that the UFC might actually be slamming the brakes on signing elite talent from Dagestan and Russia simply because they are utterly dominating the competition. It sounds crazy, but when you look at the current landscape, you can see why people are talking.
Man, I heard a rumor recently that they're not letting any more Dagestans or Russian guys in the organization because they're that fucking good.
Really?
Because they would just destroy everybody, right? Could you imagine more Umar Nurmagomedovs? Could you imagine that? The guy who's a striker, I'm taking you down. I'm grounding and pounding you.
A family affair at the Capitol. Gaethje secures golden tickets for UFC White House. Talk about the ultimate flex. Justin Gaethje isn't just heading to the highly anticipated UFC White House event. He's bringing the whole squad with him. He managed to lock down 8 ultra-exclusive cage-side tickets to ensure his parents, siblings, and their spouses are right there in the thick of the action. That is how you take care of the people who rode with you from day one. The Matador's promise, Topuria vows to put Gaethje to sleep. Ilia Topuria possesses a level of poetic calmness that is honestly chilling. Responding to Justin Gaethje's promises of humiliation, the champion didn't blink. Instead, he promised to meet Gaethje's trademark violence and chaos with absolute serenity and a dose of medical-grade anesthesia. He's not just planning a win, he's planning a surgical, tranquilizing shutdown.
Y tu rival Justin Gaethje, campeón interino, ya ha peleado por el título, ¿qué piensas de él y qué debilidades y fortalezas le ves?
A ver, le tengo todos los respetos del mundo, es un tipo muy bueno, que tiene un buen recorrido, ha peleado, no sé, con muchos nombres, campeón interino en 2 ocasiones, ha estado en grandes peleas, pero nunca se ha enfrentado a alguien como yo. Tiene el mismo discurso que todos mis rivales de que me va a dar una lección de humildad, de que me va a poner en mi lugar, que soy súper arrogante, etcétera, etcétera. Pero bueno, ya sabes, al final cómo termina todo eso, ¿no? Fortalezas. No sé, a ver, es bueno, es un tipo que representa peligro, tiene manos caóticas que no sabes por dónde te va a tirar. Pero bueno, en ese caos vamos a llevarle la calma y la anestesia.
Blast from the past, the day a young Gaethje unleashed chaos under the open sky. Let's take a trip down memory lane, folks. 18 years ago, a raw, hyper-aggressive amateur named Justin Gaethje stepped into an outdoor arena and needed a mere 20 seconds to completely alter a man's career with a vicious slam KO. It was the birth of the highlight persona we worship today, and remarkably, the last time he ever threw hands under the open air. Pure history. Trading card mix-up. Tsarukyan's hilarious pack opening disappointment. Don't you just love the lighter side of these elite killers? Arman Tsarukyan went on a hunt to pull his own official UFC trading card and maybe grab one of his buddy Khamzat Chimaev. Instead, the universe played a brilliant joke on him, handing him packs featuring none other than his rivals, Ilia Topuria and Sean Strickland. You can't write a better comedic script than that.
We're looking for me, we're looking for Khamzat. That's it. Ilia Topuria, champion.
No way.
Sean Strickland.
Tsarukyan's honest assessment: the only way I beat Aspinall is with a weapon. I absolutely adore the refreshing honesty from Arman Tsarukyan here. When pressed on how a hypothetical matchup against heavyweight king Tom Aspinall would go down, Arman didn't hit us with the usual fighter bravado. He openly admitted that Aspinall is far too massive for it to be a fair fight, jokingly concluding that his only real path to victory involves bringing a firearm into the cage. You've got to appreciate a man who knows his limits.
What would happen if you fought this guy?
Tom Aspinall.
Would he just kill you?
Yeah, he's so big.
Yeah.
How I can? Impossible.
Impossible?
With his gun, maybe.
Suga's regret. O'Malley admits he missed the chance to have his teammates back. Sean O'Malley is showing some real maturity and accountability here. Looking back at the chaotic scenes from the UFC White House presser, the Suga Show admits he dropped the ball by not stepping up and flanking Josh Hokett when the trash talk started flying. He realizes he should have been right there in the trenches, trading verbal barbs right alongside his guy. Lesson learned for the former champ.
Damn it, I'm not on social, so I don't see anything. I mean, I know that kind of whole moment went viral, and I didn't see Hokett saying that. Yeah, maybe I should have. When you're that close to Alex Pereira, you don't really think about, hey, I might talk some shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and fucking shut up. But you know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I should have been on Team Hokett. He's absolutely right. Maybe I should have stepped back a few feet, maybe got behind him, and then started talking shit. I fucked up. I could have. I think what went through my mind is if I don't do anything and I just kind of sit here still, it would look hilarious. Like that was kind of my thought process, and it worked out that way. But you know what? Hokett was right. I could have spoke up and said something. I had nothing come to mind, but I could have spoke up. Two of the greatest knockout artists in the world of all time, legends sitting within 5 feet of me, both of them. Wasn't feeling too gangster right there, to say the least. I'll focus my energy on Aimon, Aimon and maybe a little Topuria, but Pereira want nothing to fucking do with that guy.
The ultimate litmus test, crunching the numbers on Gary versus Makhachev. This is the question that is currently setting the entire MMA community ablaze. If you line up the hyper-confident Ian Machado Gary against the pound-for-pound king Islam Makhachev, what do the real odds look like? Are we talking about a puncher's chance, or does the young Irishman possess the precise stylistic puzzle to do the unthinkable against the Dagestani wrecking ball? Let's debate it. Bugs, sweat, and saunas inside Gaethje's brutal DC prep camp. You think MMA is just about boxing and wrestling? Think again, folks. Justin Gaethje's coaching staff is taking preparation to a completely intense level ahead of Washington, D.C. They are throwing him into grueling sauna sessions to mimic the suffocating East Coast humidity, and they are literally game planning for insect distractions. It sounds crazy, but that is the exact attention to detail that breeds world champions.
And how I build the rounds is we do a lot of stations. We're also involving sauna in between the workouts now to deal with heat, because we're going to be fighting outdoors. And it's just, out there in Washington, D.C., it's super humid. So it's been out there a lot. And in the summers, it gets really hot. Main card goes on at 8 o'clock. So thank God it'll be a touch cooler, but we're going to be dealing with bugs. So we're preparing for, the unexpected. And I love Justin. Justin's like, you know, when people are like, hey, how you gonna deal with the bugs? How you gonna deal with this? And he's like, he's got to do it too. So we've added sauna. We started off with putting him in the sauna prior to his workouts. Now we're getting his heart rate up prior to going in the sauna. So we're splitting the first part of the workout. So that way he's going into the sauna with a higher heart rate. And then when he comes out, he's dealing with these hard workouts with the feeling of heat stroke. So just training his body to kind of deal with it and deal with the climate that we're going to be in. But how I build the rounds is stations. So you're going to have push, pull, endurance, explosion, fast twitch, and a little bit of active rest, but there's no break. Like, it is nonstop. And he just plowed through it today, and Justin Gaethje's in shape.
Major promotional jump. Daniel Marcos leaves the octagon for the PFL Smart Cage. This is a massive, massive acquisition for the Professional Fighters League. Daniel Marcos, a man boasting a spectacular record, who put together a highly impressive run inside the UFC octagon over the last few years, is officially packing his bags and heading over to the PFL. It's another clear sign that the promotional wars are heating up and top talent is hunting for those $1 million tournament checks. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe.